with a friend of mine who happens to be another drunken train wreck poet genius. He died, of course, in 1997, so he doesn't actually know that he co-wrote this song with me, since I just finished it this afternoon. His name is Towns Van Zandt. He's quite a legend in the Texas music circles, and he wrote this song back in the 70s, and I like the tune, and some of you may know or you may not know, I do some historical research around here in New London. I worked with my friend Nicole Thomas, as a matter of fact, on the Black Heritage Trail in New London, and I came across a story of a guy named David Ruggles. David Ruggles was probably the foremost abolitionist and freedom fighter in America in the 1830s, and hardly anybody knows anything about him. And that's not right, so I'm out to change that. I did a talk on him a couple of months ago in Lyme. It turns out he was born in Lyme. He grew up in Norwich, and he became famous in New York. How famous? Well, let's put it this way. You're all familiar with Frederick Douglass. If it weren't for David Ruggles, we might not know who Frederick Douglass is. Okay? That's how important he is.
I know who he is.
Okay. He died, by the way, he had some real health issues. He died at age 39. And he's part of what I call the 39 Club. There are a couple of other people that you might recognize who also died at 39. One being the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King, and the other being Malcolm X. They're part of the 39 Club. Okay. So the music is from a song that Towns wrote 50 years ago. I think he approved. I hope he approved. Maybe he did approve. Born in line, just in time to lead the movement in his prime. From humble roots came sturdy shoots. Mr. Ruggles, you were growing. By the way, his grandfather was enslaved in Salem, Connecticut. His grandfather's name was Prince Brown. Prince Brown was enslaved, but the road he paved became your mission for to save those in the struggle. Mr. Ruggles, your destiny unfolding. We watched you as you fought that fight. You fought that fight with all your might. We stand here on this holy site and proud to say your name. David Ruggles, soon you were grown, out on your own. You came to New York all alone. You ran a store and so much more. Mr. Ruggles, you were learning. You saw folks flee, seeking to be free. You took this opportunity to lead the fight against the light, to guide those who were yearning. We watched you as you fought that fight. You fought that fight with all your might. We stand here on this holy site, proud to say your name. David Ruggles, the kidnapping club with their faces smug. They tried to drag you through the mud, but you stood your ground with strength profound. Mr. Ruggles, unyielding. Frederick Bailey came, you changed his name and helped him on that path to fame. Douglass came to life amidst the strife. Mr. Ruggles, you were sustaining. We watched you as you fought that fight. You fought that fight with all your might. We stand here on this holy site and proudly call your name. David Ruggles, with written word, your faith assured, you refused to be deterred. 600 souls on freedom's road, your courage unbending. You felt the pain and the black's blood stain of those who fled the whips and chains and the coffins. Mr. Ruggles, your effort was unceasing. We watched you as you fought that fight. You fought that fight with all your might. We stand here on this holy site and proudly call your name. fought the tide, held compromise. He retired to the Berkshire countryside, where the air was pure and the water pure. You hoped it would restore you. But the heavy load is taking its toll. There was to be no cure at all. So there you died by the mountainside. Mr. Ruggles, how we mourn you. We watched you as you fought that fight. You fought that fight with all your might. We stand here on this holy site and proudly say your name. David Ruggles. We watched you as you fought that fight. The pride you had to pay that price. We sanctify your sacrifice and loudly, proudly shout your name. David Ruggles. Thank you.
All right. Way to go, Tom. Nice.